U.S. President Donald Trump is firmly pushing forward with his administration's trade overhaul. Tensions between Canada and the U.S. have reached such a high point that some are asking, with a partner like this, who needs enemies? But hold on, could Canada really abandon its reliance on the U.S. for vehicle and metal exports and instead pivot toward the European Union? The mere idea has people on both sides of the border buzzing, and officials in Ottawa aren't staying quiet. One Canadian member of Parliament boldly warned if Trump's threats continue, we'll impose a 100% tariff on Tesla. Another added, our retaliation will be far more surgical. I'm proposing a 100% tariff on all Teslas. Would Canada really take such drastic steps? And how likely is it for the country to deepen ties with the European Union as an alternative? We'll explore what this could mean for highways, metal plants, and iconic brands like Tesla in just a moment. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated on stories like this. For years, Canada has been America's closest trading partner, spanning industries from automobiles and steel to aluminum and dairy. However, Washington's recent protectionist policies have left Ottawa feeling cornered. Trump shocked many by stating, I could impose tariffs up to 100% on Canadian vehicles and metals. Reports suggest even harsher measures could follow if Canada doesn't comply. In response, Canadian officials fired back. If you treat us this way, we'll do the same to your brands. Tesla has emerged as a key target due to its symbolic importance as a leader in America's EV revolution. A 100% tariff on Tesla could send ripples through U.S. politics, giving Canada potential leverage in auto market negotiations. But could Canada genuinely lean on the European Union to reduce its dependency on the U.S.? Despite geographical proximity and a massive trading volume with America, Canada has a significant trade agreement with Europe called CETA. Unlike the U.S., the EU doesn't impose harsh protectionist measures. And some European officials even suggest that partnering with Canada could be a smarter economic move than dealing with U.S. tariffs. Still, logistical challenges like distance, shipping costs, and differing standards make a complete pivot unlikely. Is Canada bluffing? Possibly, but signaling a strong relationship with Europe could pressure the U.S. to ease its stance. While fully cutting off trade with its southern neighbor would be risky, diversifying partnerships could give Canada much-needed breathing room. At the heart of this brewing conflict is Tesla. If Canada follows through with its tariff threat, Tesla's Canadian prices could surge, leading to plummeting sales. This would not only hurt Tesla's market share, but also raise political questions in the U.S., where the brand enjoys significant support. Meanwhile, Canada holds valuable resources for EV production, including lithium and nickel. If tensions escalate, Canada could shift its focus to supplying Europe instead, disrupting Tesla's plans for a more localized supply chain. The message from Canada is clear. If you tax our goods, we'll hit your auto industry and sell our resources elsewhere. North America's automotive industry relies on tightly integrated supply chains, with parts often crossing borders multiple times before completion. A 100% tariff could dismantle this system, raising car prices by thousands of dollars and increasing unemployment on both sides of the border. On the U.S. side, some policymakers defend protectionist measures as necessary for national security and job protection. For Canada, the challenge is finding new markets if the U.S. closes its doors. While Asia remains a distant option, Europe, with its tariff-free access under CETA, offers a more immediate Plan B. Could stronger EU-Canada ties weaken U.S. influence? It's possible. CETA already removes most trade barriers between Europe and Canada. Though challenges remain, especially with shipping costs and competition, Europe offers a sizable market for Canadian exports. There's also potential for collaboration in sustainable industries like green steel, with Canada and the EU potentially partnering on low-carbon production. European automakers could bypass the US entirely, sourcing metals and parts directly from Canada. But it's not just Canada and the US in this equation. Mexico, another key player under the USMCA, formerly NAFTA, could face collateral damage from rising tariffs. A larger global shift could emerge if the EU fast-tracks new agreements with Canada, accelerating the formation of global trade blocs and sparking fresh economic tensions. In the short term, completely cutting off the US would be risky for Canada given their geographic and economic closeness. Still, strengthening ties with Europe remains a strategic backup plan. Ottawa's message to Washington is clear: we have other doors to open. Trade wars often leave everyone worse off. Prices rise, factories close, and political tensions grow. Previous tariff showdowns eventually ended in compromise, and we might see a similar outcome here. Perhaps Canadian exports won't face a full 100% tariff, and Canada's proposed Tesla tax could be scaled down or dropped altogether. So, what's the most likely scenario? Will Canada shift toward Europe or use this threat as leverage for a better deal with the US? And how will Tesla fare in this political standoff? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for future updates. Do you think Canada will play its European card or stick close to the US? Share your thoughts below, and stay tuned for more updates on this evolving trade conflict.